The AMC, which is the Australian Medical Council, is the gatekeeper of the entire registrations process. Their job is to confirm your identification before you go to either the college or APRA for registration processes. So they check things like your passport, your medical and specialist degrees, if applicable, to confirm that they are legitimate. The Competent Authority pathway is for doctors who've got recognised qualifications and experience from comparable health countries such as the UK. You can apply for this at any time to the AMC, and once you've been granted your eligibility for advanced standing, you are now eligible for registration with APRA. And what that means is you can come to Australia for 1 year supervised training, and upon completion of that, and providing that your supervisor has approved your training, you may be eligible for general registration. You must have a 1 year supervised training with a hospital. The term locum would generally mean that you would be working at different hospitals for certain particular times, and unfortunately with APRA registration, this does not allow it. You can only work with your sponsoring employer. The standard pathway is for doctors who are not eligible for both the Competent Authority or the Specialist pathway, and what this means is the applicants need to contact the Australian Medical Council to book for what's called the multiple choice examination, and they need to sit that test anywhere around the world. There are many test centres that they can do this, and they must have their results before they are deemed eligible for registration in Australia. The Australian Medical Council are very strict with this. It must be a registered public notary. We often get asked the question if it could be a solicitor or another medical profession. This is unfortunately not allowed. It's a very expensive process to get wrong, and at the time that you apply to Plexus, we'd be very happy to send you these details so you can be absolutely sure you're doing this correct. Once you've lodged your application to the Australian Medical Council, generally speaking, providing all your documents are certified correctly, you're probably looking at around 4 to 6 weeks for processing. But don't forget, once you have this letter of eligibility for advanced standing, and assuming you have received a job offer, you then need to go through the APRA process. And that can generally take around 6 to 8 weeks once you've lodged a complete application.
If you don't have evidence of internship, there are 2 things that you can do. The first thing is with your registration certificates, you need to show your provisional and your general registration. The dates on those will match the time which you undertook your internship. You can also contact the hospitals where you undertook your internship rotations, and they can provide either an original letter or a certified copy of the original letter from the hospitals.
For the standard pathway, yes, you do need to produce evidence of the English language proficiency before you're eligible to sit the multiple choice examination. For the Competent Authority pathway, no, you can proceed with that application. However, if you do wish to seek registration here, for APRA requirements, you will need to produce evidence of this before you can be approved.